Hey team, I don't know what time it is in your neck of the woods, but it's first thing in the morning here. We've got a beautiful day started up here in Hyattville, and if you don't know where that's at, that's north central Wyoming. We're about 200 miles from the campus, and this is where I get to enjoy and do a little farming and a little bit of what this and that my wife and I like to do. Maybe I'll get a chance to tell you a little bit about our operation, and we're not big time entrepreneurs in the farming world, but we've got a lot of interest there. Have had extensive experience in it in the past. And I love the fact that people are interested in it. And of course, most of you have grown up in it or have gotten interested in the meantime. Just to give you, we're kind of moving towards a regenerative type farming, on a small acreage, and just trying to be more self-sufficient. It's nothing political about it or anything like that. It's just the fact that we'd like to be a little more self-sufficient. We actually do a lot of bartering between our neighbors. Community is one of the most important things in lifestyles that we've come to, and we believe that can strengthen not only your family, but also the community, especially if you have something to offer. So, anyway, with that, we're going to talk about savings. So I'm going to let you, the premier expert on that advice is Mr. Dave Ramsey, and he and his daughter are going to go through some lessons with you through their videotapes that I've had you purchase from them. Hopefully it wasn't too much of a economic drag on you to purchase that system. I believe in supporting people that are doing good works, and it's cheaper than most textbooks. I will tell you that, whether you even in the e-version of some of the college textbooks. So I've tried to keep it as economical as I can. And this is a required part of the class. So if you don't have it right now, things are not looking up for you. But if you've got it, hopefully you've done a little test drive in it. And I'm making these videos and your lessons available ahead of time. And one of the things, if you're going to be in a small business and farming and ranching, many of us in Wyoming kind of look at it. I'm no farmer. Well, we do produce a lot of grass, and I don't think we ought to get mixed up on one or the other. We're all on the same side as far as that goes. But anyway, Dave Ramsey's going to take you through, and most of his lessons are on personal finance. And I probably have said it in another video before. If you don't have your personal finance put together, there's very little chance that you'll have your business finance put together. So it's an essential building block when we start talking about business finance. And you can take a lot from your personal experience in finance and project it into your business. So at least that's what I found, and I've tried to make this class as practical as possible. And those are the things that, after interviewing thousands of people, working with a lot of people, and my own personal experience, if you don't have your personal finance in order, it's very, very difficult, if not impossible, to put together your business finance as well. So, first subject in this check-in video, I'm trying not to make these too long, but I'm going to talk about debt for just a second, okay? And later on, when we do talk about debt itself, in a personal side of things, many people come back and they say, "Oh, agriculture's getting so capital intensive, and there's no way, no how that we can do it without financing." Well, there are some intricacies, of course, and you are absolutely right that agriculture can be very, very capital intensive, and that therefore possibly requiring some debt. Okay, so my stance on the whole thing is to yeah, you're probably going to have to get a mortgage for purchasing land and that sort of thing. But within this class, we're going to discuss some options to you in order to build to it. Most of you are probably pretty aware. If you're involved in big time agriculture or even small time or however you're at, you understand the fact that it just doesn't. I mean, our intellect within the field does not happen overnight, and there's so many parts that we have to put together, so that have to come together in order to have success. Because we have, I mean, with all of our learning experiences, we have some failures. That's where we trip and fall and we get back up. And so consequently, it takes some time, not only money, but time. And if the less debt you take on in the beginning, in your learning years, the better off you're going to be in order to recover and make a comeback and become a profitable business. Okay? And so that's my concern when we talk about this, is that debt's to be used. It can be used. It's to be used strategically, possibly surgically. Mortgages, you have to have a way to pay it back. And I know you understand that. That seems like a given. But then again, when there's capitalized equipment that needs to be purchased, there's other options available to you in the beginning, in the startup phase, the growth phase, and then the maturity of the business phase. So there's things to look at. And also, one thing that you can just put in your toolbox, and I mean, I've stolen this from many people I've talked to in not just agricultural businesses, but if you're going to finance a large capital purchase, it's got to be an income generating and a profitably income generating piece of equipment or improvement in your land long term. So think about that. If it doesn't meet that criteria, it's very, very difficult, unless you just have oodles and oodles of surplus, which is not, it's not in what we have and what I've experienced, and maybe not a efficient use of that surplus anyway. So I'm not against, and Dave has to take that stance because that's part of the narrative that his business actually puts out there. But I understand and have used debt in my past and our personal business past. So don't get down on that. Don't get stuck on that. There's options. And they warrant some study. So this week, have fun. Share this out. I mean, this could help, your roommate, your best friend. It could, maybe there's some people in your other classes that need a little help. Bring them over. Bring them over for movie night. Pop some popcorn and sit around and watch the videos that you have access to. I think you're going to learn some things. Some of you have already been through the Dave Ramsey classes, or maybe your parents have. Maybe your parents need it too. Might be a hint, don't push it on them too hard, but, they might catch on fire too with all that. So have some fun with it. I think they're, for financial information, they're fairly entertaining, and you will just increase your finance intellect and hopefully your personal stability in finance and then your business stability. So have some fun. take care. Let me know if there's any questions. You can gain access to me, or if you have any questions, of course, text me. I give you my personal cell phone number. You can, of course, many of you have already emailed me with a question or two. I try to check it, at least 2 or 3 times a day. My email. Get back to you as absolutely as fast as possible that I can. And I sure appreciate the grace that you afford me, and the fact that that I have some other things going on up here too. I almost feel selfish in the fact that some of my colleagues at the college, they're teaching 4 or 5, 6 classes. I'm teaching 1. I've got some other irons in the fire, but please don't feel sorry for me. I signed up for this. I love to do it, and hopefully you'll ask me your questions. It doesn't matter what they are, okay? So even if they don't deal with the particular subject matter of the lesson, okay? So with that, I'll let you go. Take care. Let me know if you have any questions.